Welcome to the Freelance Tribe. Here we talk with skilled freelancers about their professional journey. Stay tuned for real life experiences to learn and actionable steps to take to improve your freelancing career. And my name is Yuri. I'm a community builder at Code Control and 9am Works. And my guest is Aiva Eiduka, a personal communications branding strategist with more than 10 years of experience in marketing, public relations, and branding, whose mantra is lead with kindness. So, welcome, Aiva.
Thank you, Yuri, for such a nice introduction.
Yeah, I'm super happy to have you. And the first question is, how would you describe personal branding to a 5 years old?
That's. I assume you have a kid,
Yeah,
and
but
this is how
he's
you
like
came.
11 years old, but yeah, still.
Okay, then my answer probably will be for him. So personal branding is when you actually speak up for yourself, when you decide how you want others to see you instead of letting your environment, surroundings, your friends, partners, bosses, whatever, decide it for you. So, and you are okay with that. And you are okay being in the crowd where everybody wears, for instance, green and you wear yellow just because this is something that really makes your heart sing and that's your favorite color. And and you don't care about like what your parents or teacher friends are saying, but you do it for yourself.
But still people are like evil, especially kids. So how to stand out? How to make sure that they hear exactly what you are saying?
You just be yourself, and you if that means that you might sometimes be on your own, like it's okay. It's just like let yourself be comfortable in like with being yourself. I know that this is the hardest job in the world, like being yourself, but
Exactly.
it's the most rewarding one. And honestly, of course, I myself have gone through like lots of experiences in my life where I tried to fit in, tried to adjust myself to certain work environments, or try to fit in some certain groups just because I wanted to be a cool kid. But
Exactly.
but the end of the day, like you just by doing every time those things, you lose some parts of yourself, and then you just try to you become somebody else who you are not, or you just brand somebody else who you don't even want to be, and you lose yourself. And that's quite a sad thing that could happen, like, so
I would
yeah.
tell that it's amazing to lose yourself in the music, like, but how to find yourself?
So you do in personal branding, we have a process, like the same thing as you is if, as if you wanted to build a company. You still need, like, you really need to take time to get to know yourself very, very well. And sometimes it's one of the hardest things because it seems like why there are so many important things that I can do in my life, why I need to spend so much time in asking what are my values, what are my strengths, like are those things, if I'm going to define them, are they going to be like, will they bring me money afterwards? Yes, they will bring, but it will take lots of time. Like it's not, personal branding is not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you will see results, but it will take time. And as if everything in this life, if you really want to have results or achieve something, you need to put work into this. And if you are really serious and intentional about building your own personal brand, then you do have to take time and do have to ask yourself, what are values, what I really stand for in this life, what are my passions, what I do, what kind of world do I believe in, really figure out what could be my archetype. What is my voice actually? Like, how do I speak? How do I want to come across to people? And all those things, and there are a little bit more. They do make your identity. So when I say that I do I help people to uncover their true identity. And that's all what personal branding is. I really help you to get to know yourself really, really good, really, really well. So you can then build upon your strengths, your skills, so something like that.
From your experience as an expert,
Mm-hmm.
when people are coming to you, like what they think, why they need a personal brand, and why they really need the personal brand?
That's a good question. I guess I have been very lucky with the clients whom I have been working with. Oftentimes, it's they have throughout the whole process of going through different professions. There's time when they need to reinvent themselves. I have gone through this process myself, and because after some time you change careers or whatnot, many things can happen, and you want to go into a completely different direction. Then you need to build a different image about yourself, or make your audience to see you as an expert in a field where you are moving into. Mm-hmm. Oftentimes it's also just the need of having somebody who can keep them accountable to achieve their goals, because for instance they know that they want to achieve more with their personal brand. They want to be more visible on social media. They want to be maybe have more bigger media presence. Mm-hmm. But oftentimes it's the person needs to really put work into this, and they need somebody who can guide them along this journey and push them a little bit, and help them find time to do this, because that doesn't come really naturally to human beings, because we are good at finding excuses why not to do things, especially that don't immediately bring results. And especially to somebody who has never done that before, they might not really even see or think that the result, what kind of results they will achieve after working their personal brand.
From my perspective, I feel like everyone needs to build a personal brand. But from your experience, who doesn't need to build a personal brand?
There is this when people ask what's your target audience, and then you say everybody's my target audience, and then the alligator picture comes up.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm thinking now, the alligator picture. When I'm gonna
alligator doesn't need a personal brand. Okay.
That's for sure. Alligator doesn't need, but honestly, I do believe that everybody starting already when you are in your university years, you can already start to build your personal brand. You can be more. I wish I had started much earlier to work on this, and especially when you are already in your career years, where you are starting to build your career or think about your career. That's a super beneficial part. And another well, you asked me who doesn't need, but alligators.
Okay, got it. Let's do. I feel like alligators have a good track records with their ancestors, so people are just know it's better not to deal with an alligator.
That's for sure.
And you were talking about time. So, how to build a personal brand for a freelancer while having a full-time project and a family with 2 small kids?
Oh, yeah. So here I will come to this. I would say that we all have many things that are happening in our lives, even the people without kids. And as I said, humans are great at finding excuses. And most of the times why we don't do things is because either we are scared of failure, scared of others judging us, and therefore we just find excuses not to do those things, right? Because personal branding, one thing is just to build a strategy, but then you have to take action and do things. And if that's out of your comfort zone, then it's really, really hard to take those first steps. Yeah. But I do believe that people who understand that it is important for them, they will find a way how to do it. And my only advice for those who are like super busy and the busy bees, the one thing that my coach always reminds me is this. I believe it's a Parkinson's law that don't give yourself too much time. Yeah. Be okay with things not being perfect and make it happen within like challenging time frames. So just do things. Take action.
You were talking about having no time and just reminded me, I'm always telling like I have no time, but once I had a super small car accident, but I was waiting for 3 hours for police to come. So like I had to make 3 hours out of nothing. So people usually have time. So it's all just like, yeah, I totally feel you. And like, if somebody knows about personal branding and they're thinking a lot about it and they just keep procrastinating doing it for sure because they are scared to failure, still, what is the one small step you would take like to start building personal brand?
Like super small step would be just go on a Google and Google your name and ask yourself honestly if you like what you see there. If you like, maybe there is nothing, right? So that means that's a clear sign then that you need to start doing something. Or maybe you find that that you see their pictures that you would never like wanted somebody to see there, because people are going to judge you based on what they are seeing on the Google search or any other like search engine or your social media platforms. So one first thing I would suggest to just Google yourself and have a completely fresh look at all your social media profiles.
And if they, for example, Googled and found nothing, what should they do?
Then it depends on their goal. If you want to build, for instance, you have zero online presence, then definitely then it's quite clear that you need to start to build online presence. If you are a professional, then definitely you need to have a LinkedIn profile. At least in the environment I live, LinkedIn is one of the key platforms used by professionals. And start with definitely that you establish your professional website, which is like LinkedIn in my understanding, that you take time and fill it out. And then you already can start to network with people online, right? Yeah. So that would be like, one small step to start with.
You know, Aiva, I have a lot of questions to ask you and I wish to have the sky as the limit, but time is the limit. Yeah. So the final question. What is your favorite food?
Oh, wow. My favorite food. I love to eat. Can I say that like my absolutely, my boyfriend cooks amazing meals, and last of the things that he did was super delicious, was goulash.
Yeah, you're so lucky, you know. And
I know.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience, Aiva, and it's been such a pleasure to have this conversation and learn from you.
Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you so much for listening. If you like the show, hit the like button or 5 stars and share it with your friend. That's it. We're done. See you in the next episode.